Feels good to execute some long overdue showcase justice. Now, I'd like to switch gears, indulge myself a little, and use this technology to go up against 3 WWE legends that I've dreamed of competing against in a WWE ring. First up is a trip to the land of the extreme, ECW. When I first made it to WWE, I started on their ECW brand, but I always wondered how I do in the original ECW. Who would I face, you ask? Who is CM Punk's dream ECW opponent? Well, you know me, I aim high. And if I went to ECW and didn't call out the king of the deathmatch, the hardcore icon, if I didn't call out Cactus Jack to show me what extreme truly means, then what am I even doing here? The most violent of Mick Foley's alter egos, Cactus Jack tormented foes in the United States, Puerto Rico, Japan, basically anywhere that had glass, barbed wire, and fire was a place he wanted to compete. But I'd want my match to be at Hardcore Heaven 1994, a show made famous when the fans threw so many chairs into the ring it covered both Cactus and Terry Funk as well.
Please do not throw chairs into the ring! Stop the chairs!
Cactus Jack was a master of the Falls Count Anywhere match. It allowed him to be at his very best, and that is exactly what I want here. Whether you take me into battle or side with Cactus, you need to know that you're going to be in for a fight. But proving yourself against CM Punk is just as valuable as proving yourself as CM Punk, so you win either way. And I get to live out my dream no matter what.
CM Punk is here, and he is ready to return to the extreme.
Falls Count Anywhere in the ECW arena against Cactus Jack. I have a feeling that extreme will only be scratching the surface during this match.
From Chicago, Illinois, weighing in at 218 pounds, CM Punk!
Taking nothing away from Punk, an ECW World Champion in his own right. Is he truly ready for tonight? Because the ECW that CM Punk was a part of and the ECW that Cactus Jack was a part of are two completely different breeds.
Very true, but Punk has always embodied the heart and soul of ECW, no matter what era. And we know he's got a big enough chip on his shoulder to want to prove that at any cost tonight.
What we should really worry about is what Cactus Jack plans to do to Punk's heart and soul tonight. Because if Cactus has his way, it won't be pretty. And it won't be for the faint of heart.
CM Punk ready to go to battle. Ready to stand toe-to-toe with ECW's infamous Cactus Jack.
A disturbed, violent man with his sights set on CM Punk.
From Truth or Consequences, New Mexico, weighing in at 287 pounds, Cactus Jack!
Whether it's in Truth or Consequences, New Mexico, Tokyo, Japan, or Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, Cactus Jack is revered as the most sacred of all hardcore icons around the world. And with the Falls Count Anywhere stipulation tonight, he might just drag CM Punk all the way around the globe during this match. Two men who have no problem making a show of force to get their message across.
And there is no better stipulation in no better venue to make such a show of force than a Falls Count Anywhere match in the ECW arena.
Ladies and gentlemen, I have no idea what we're going to see in this match. I just know that if either man has their way, we'll be seeing someone standing tall over a bloody foe.
Well, don't be so sure the winner won't be a bloody mess, too. Cactus Jack may be violence personified, but CM Punk didn't become the best in the world by shying away from getting his hands dirty when the situation calls for it. And in Falls Count Anywhere, you best believe the situation definitely calls for it.
Ooh.
And CM Punk looking for support from the crowd.
He might just be stalling for time here.
As these two extreme legends brawl, I just have to sit here and appreciate the atmosphere that we're seeing Falls Count Anywhere in one of the most famous arenas in wrestling history.
Indeed, the ECW arena has been where many extreme icons have been created. And in these hallowed halls, two legends are currently doing battle.
Let me correct you there, Michael Cole. I would definitely classify CM Punk as an extreme legend and an icon, but in this arena, Cactus Jack is something more than those things. He's damn near a deity in this building.
Russian leg sweep.
And CM Punk's maintaining the advantage now.
Oh yeah, Punk's not backing down to Cactus here. Far from it. Fans have long awaited this showdown, as Punk and Jack's paths have never quite crossed.
Indeed, Corey. Around the time Cactus Jack was winding down his full-time career, CM Punk's career was just beginning. While Cactus did have a brief in-ring return as Mick Foley in 2006, it ended a few months before CM Punk's debut.
And in both of those cases, Father Time had a hand in determining who would be the better competitor. Tonight, we're getting both men in their prime, and I cannot wait to see the destruction that ensues.
Cactus Jack is just so unpredictable. When you're in the ring with him, you never quite know what he's going to throw at you.
Well, I'd usually counter that you can't let Cactus get the chance to unleash his particular brand of insanity on you, but that's not a realistic possibility here. Punk just needs to do what he can to keep on Cactus and be even more unpredictable, if he can. Relentless violence is Cactus Jack's stock and trade, but it needs to be CM Punk's as well here.
Oh, that will break your face. Precarious place to have a brawl. The entrance stage is not a forgiving surface to land on.
Turns that back on CM Punk. DDT planted him. With them fighting on the stage like this, there's no way this is going to end. Can he put it away? Wasting no time getting his shoulder up.
Not getting a 2 count at this point. Has to be frustrating.
And things backstage are getting quickly out of hand.
Oh, they're done playing nice. They've got some serious aggression that needs to be worked out, and this just might be the best way to do it.
Float over neck breaker.
Picture perfect.
Cactus answers back. An elbow will break that up.
A razor-sharp chop there.
A pinpoint kick to the back. Uh-oh. Targeting the stomach to reverse that maneuver. Everything he can do to create space here.
Jack telling his opponent to bring it. Punk dodges out in time. Leg drop connected.
Oh, great wherewithal there.
Cactus Jack has nothing but mayhem in mind for his opponent. Oh, and that's what you get for disrespecting your opponent.
CM Punk turning his attention to the WWE Universe now. CM Punk with a quick movement. Uranagi connects. He's not done there. He's locked.
He lets his opponent out of the submission.
Yeah, but who knows what damage has been done.
Oh, the splash connecting.
Knees up, had that telegraphed, but can it be capitalized on?
Oh, Jack caught by the counter.
Dangerous intentions on the mind of the madman, Cactus Jack.
Uh-oh, mandible claw, mandible claw! Is it enough? Is this the end? Shoulder up even before a 1 count. What happens next is anyone's guess.
I can't wait to see. Holding nothing back on top of this entrance ramp.
Punk searching for something beneath the apron.
And of course, kendo sticks are always under the ring in the event of any rogue ninja attacks.
Here he comes, sliding back into the ring. And Punk gets countered there.
Solid bit of defense on his part there.
Each counter leaving these competitors at a stalemate.
Northern Lights. Climbing to the top. What's he have in store? Perched up top. Diving knee drop. Uh-oh, sweet dreams coming.
Down with a GTS. That could put Cactus Jack down for good.
Ah, look at this, just cranking it out. Ooh, momentum is really on Punk's side.
Oh yeah, Punk's not backing down to Cactus here. Far from it.
Violent artistry courtesy of Cactus Jack and CM Punk. That's what this bloodthirsty crowd clearly wanted. And now that is exactly what they are getting. At both of these men's expenses, physically and mentally.
Big power slam.
CM Punk having a bit of trouble, not finding as much support in this ECW crowd as he had hoped.
He wants him back up so he can knock him back down.
Saw it coming, and counters it.
Hooked up, DDT.
And Punk is looking to the crowd for some support. Oof. And Punk clearly ready for a fight here. Getting put against the turnbuckles.
And it's Cactus Jack with the reversal.
Spiked by that DDT. Man, that is going to leave
Shoulders down. This might do it.
Shoulders up before two.
Somehow able to kick out before a 2 count. How is he still going like this?
Back and forth, neither Punk nor Cactus Jack relenting. Talk about an absolute battle.
A battle of wills with both of these men showing the ultimate willpower. Just an all-time violent classic we're witnessing right now.
Taking this fight back into the ring.
Connected hard with the calf kick.
He counters with a great reversal.
Struck with a calf kick.
CM Punk playing to the crowd now.
Will he get on with it already? This is a fight. He's out of the ring. What does he have in mind now? And here he is, heading back into the ring. Cactus on the receiving end.
Look at this, going counter for counter.
A thunderous clothesline. Gonna use the kendo stick with a crossface.
A powerhouse attack, my goodness.
Trying to get out of the submission, and does.
Jack just got out of there.
Double leg takedown. Gonna stack them up here. Shoulders pinned. Kicks out.
Oh, flipping.
I guess he doesn't think he's done enough damage to put this one away yet.
Caught that and reversed it.
Bam! God, that disturbing sound of the kendo snapping on flesh.
Cactus answers back.
Managing to evade a precarious position there.
And Punk making his way back to the ring. Clothesline!
Choosing to go after the head here. Interesting strategy.
And this one's taken to the outside. He's looking for an implement of destruction under the ring.
Get ready for chaos. The chair is coming out.
Using the chair with no caution at all.
Gentlemen, we are witnessing history in the making here.
What an incredible match this has been.
Boom! Fire back with that elbow.
Back elbow right to the forehead.
Elbow lands hard.
Looking for something, anything under the ring.
Looks like he's opting for Old Faithful here, the steel chair.
Under the ropes and back into the ring.
Calf kick on the money.
Oh, that just busted him wide open. He wriggles out of the danger zone there.
These two men have held the biggest prize in WWE on multiple occasions. Both very proud champions.
Yes, Cole, both Cactus Jack and CM Punk have reached the top of the mountain here in WWE, but let's not pretend they are both in the same echelon as world champions. CM Punk once held the WWE Championship for 434 days, which was the longest reign in over 2 decades. Meanwhile, of Mick Foley's Punk now looking to reap the benefits of this dominance, dragging his opponent up onto the turnbuckles. High risk, high reward. You're down right, the plunge. No doubt, that is it.
Wasting no time. Shoulders are down. Good Lord. CM Punk just defeated Cactus Jack in the ECW arena.
Here is your winner, CM Punk!
What a violent match this was. CM Punk has to have been feeling some kind of catharsis, making it through this, and most importantly, making it through Cactus Jack.
While Punk may have won the battle, but the thing about a sadist like Cactus Jack is that he has no problem soldiering on with the war.
Yeah, CM Punk and Cactus Jack just went through hell here. But we know for a fact that's where Cactus Jack feels most comfortable, win or lose. Punk deserves to celebrate, but he should also watch his back from now on.
Oh man, that was wild. The results don't even matter when you're in the ring facing legends in matches you never thought possible. A win, a loss, come on. It's about the moment here, and what a moment that was. Now that I got my ECW experience taken care of, I have my sights set on a man that many consider my dream opponent. Stone Cold Steve Austin. Despite our glaring differences, there's a lot of similarities between us. Give us a microphone and watch us captivate the audience.
Austin 316 says I just whipped your ass.
We do not back down from anybody, always ready to fight. Talking trash on an Attitude Era Raw against a prime Rattlesnake simply wasn't in the cards for my career, but at least with slingshot technology, I can make this match happen. All the respect in the world to Steve and every single achievement in his career, but trust that I'm going to bring the fight to him in a no-holds-barred match the second the bell rings. Austin wants to brawl all over the place? He wants weapons? Sounds good to me. Hell, I'm all for it after that fight with Cactus Jack. I've even got a special place in mind. A special arena in Chicago where we can have this all take place. Are you gonna back me up and try to take down Stone Cold? Or do you think Steve Austin has my number? No matter what you choose, I'm gonna do my best to take the head off the snake.
Son, you're looking at the best there is.
The best in the world, CM Punk.
Ready to try his hand at clobbering a rattlesnake.
From Chicago, Illinois, weighing in at 218 pounds, CM Punk!
CM Punk has been in many epic battles, fought some of the all-time greats, but he's never faced a challenge like the Texas Rattlesnake.
But that's exactly what Punk came here for. He's not looking for a night off. Punk wants to test himself against a man who he thinks is one of the best to ever put on a pair of boots. Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Yeah, but we'll see how Punk feels when those boots are stomping a mud hole in his chest.
CM Punk looks ready for this. I might even go so far as to say excited.
Well, it's not every day you get to tangle with a legend. Punk's dreamed of this chance to stare down Steve Austin. The Texas Rattlesnake is here, looking to hunt down CM Punk.
From Victoria, Texas, weighing in at 252 pounds, Stone Cold Steve Austin!
Steve Austin looks ready for a fight.
And he looks even more ready to teach CM Punk a lesson.
CM Punk wanted this. He wanted his shot against Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Well, you get what you ask for, Punk. A tall, cold can of whoop-ass is about to be opened up in that ring.
This is it. No holds barred between CM Punk and Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Talk about hard-headed competitors who insist on playing by their own rules. Austin and Punk would be a tag team made in heaven if either of them could stand working with somebody else.
But sometimes it's similar. Like that, which breed the most contempt. At last, these two Hellraisers get a chance to see who the biggest rebel in all of WWE is.
Readjusting the furniture. We know how this ends.
Punk never saw that coming. Over a decade ago, these two men sat together for a very intense confrontation. During that interview, CM Punk claimed he would have thrived during Steve Austin's era, just as he did today.
Punk also claimed that there were more sharks in the water during the Attitude Era than during Punk's heyday. Now, I take some umbrage to that since I was in the water during that era, but I get where Punk is coming from. Punk is a man who rises to the level of the competition. He's risen to it when facing the likes of John Cena and The Rock, and he can do so when facing another Mount Rushmore talent like Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Counter! Saw it coming!
When chatting with CM Punk, Stone Cold Steve Austin said there's no quote-unquote time shift that Punk can take to put himself back in the Attitude Era. But right now, he's facing perhaps the best of that era, and Austin is in the best shape of his life for this battle.
I question Stone Cold's usage of the time travel terminology, but there's no denying that he knows how to brawl, how to fight with attitude. If Punk can overcome Austin in a no-holds-barred scenario, there will be no doubt that Punk can rule over any era in WWE.
There's no holds barred stipulation. Who do you think it favors? CM Punk or Stone Cold Steve Austin?
My money would normally be on Austin, who excels at ruthlessly stomping mud holes in the competition. But CM Punk is a very creative individual. Leave it to Punk to dream up the most dastardly, ingenious ways to utilize this stipulation and put Stone Cold in a world of hurt.
Oh, that's just a beatdown. Two men fighting right now that could not be any different when it comes to their backgrounds. Punk has often been a straight-edge antagonist, and Austin is forever known as a beer-swilling hero.
Yeah, these two would probably never hit the town together after a match, but there are so many other elements of their personalities that completely align. Both Punk and Austin are steadfast in their beliefs. They both love to fight more than anything and stand tall as icons of their respective eras.
It's almost like if they weren't so stubborn, they'd make the perfect tag team.
Wow! Absolute decimation. That table became particle board. Punk is locked in on his opponent.
Oh, saves us all from having to endure any more of that.
Differing in-ring styles from these two men. Punk is methodical with his strikes and submissions, while Austin prefers to brawl as soon as the bell rings. That seemingly favors the Rattlesnake, doesn't it?
Look, nobody's going to bet against Austin in a no-holds-barred match. You think a man with an extensive MMA background like Punk doesn't
hit on CM Punk? And the count doesn't even begin.
The referee did not even make it to a 1 count before he powered out. Unbelievable.
Time to go for a ride. Bang! What a move.
A strong head scissors application. And now the elbows. Oof.
When asked about facing CM Punk, Austin claimed that he would push and prod to get the best out of Punk, to give Punk an even bigger mean streak than ever.
I'm not so sure that's humanly possible given the depths we've seen Punk sink to in order to secure a win, but I do not doubt the words of the Rattlesnake. When you're in the ring against Austin, you have to be at your best, and CM Punk will certainly need to compete at his highest level to date in order to secure a win. Head scissors applied. Oh, look at these nasty strikes.
Putting the wood to their forehead.
Anything Austin is trying is being suppressed.
CM Punk somehow managing to exceed Stone Cold's intensity.
Oh, did you hear that?
Stopped in their tracks with a knee to the gut.
Something we've discussed before is that Punk represents the best of the modern era. And Austin, the best.
Punk really looking to drop the hammer now as he cinches in the Anaconda Vice.
And for some reason, he just broke his own submission hold.
Wrenches the arm, but now popped in the jaw. Defenses are sharp with this series of reversals. What's it gonna take to end it? It might be this. Go to sleep. Is it the finishing touch Punk needs? Precision elbow strike.
When asked about the locker room of Punk's prime, Steve Austin was a bit dismissive, saying he'd only need 1 or 2 moves to beat him. As to the top talent like Punk and John Cena, it would take, quote, 3 or 4.
Well, I'm sure Austin meant to include me in the latter group, but all that aside, the Rattlesnake is veering into overconfidence with a comment like that. Could a legend like Austin beat most competitors handily? Yes. But to think he's also an echelon above first ballot Hall of Famers like Punk and Cena is a surefire way to be caught by surprise and suffer an embarrassing loss.
And Punk is really putting the pressure on.
Punk has Austin right where he wants him and is not letting up.
Look at that insult to injury with that one. Finds the mark.
And a small package here.
Shoulder up before the count.
Amazing.
Austin now hitting the ropes. Connects with the elbow drop.
Stone Cold showing Punk just how mean he can be.
Northern Lights.
I expected this match to be hell. Oh, what a stunner.
That looked just as devastating as when his opponent does it.
Going for the cover.
It's all over. CM Punk has beaten Steve Austin.
Here is your winner, CM Punk!
CM Punk, the best in the world, has stopped the Texas Rattlesnake.
But Austin did not go quietly. This was a no-holds-barred battle to remember. An iconic throwdown between two unruly troublemakers.
And we loved every second of it. Congratulations to CM Punk.
I have one last personal dream match that I'd like to make happen. And since I'm the one controlling the fancy fantasy time travel computer today, it's exactly what we're gonna do. He dominated the cruiserweight scene in WCW, then joined WWE, where he captured European, Intercontinental, and Tag Team Championships in short order. Eddie Guerrero was pure magic in the ring. And while I was still on the indie circuit, I watched Eddie return to WWE using his Latino heat to do the unthinkable. Capture the WWE Championship.
Eddie to the top rope. Frog splash! Frog splash!
Lying, cheating, and stealing his way to the top was the only way Eddie knew how to get things done, and the fans loved him for it. I always hoped that when the day came that I signed with WWE, I'd have the opportunity to perform with Eddie once again. But for now, we'll let Slingshot Tech make the impossible possible. Just like my matches against Cactus Jack and Stone Cold, who you choose is on you. No matter who you choose and no matter what happens in the ring, we're still cool. And Eddie Guerrero will forever be loved and missed. Viva la raza, my friend.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for a match many thought we would never see. Eddie Guerrero versus CM Punk.
Just listen to this ovation for the Second City Saint.
CM Punk just soaking it in, feeding off his hometown crowd.
From Chicago, Illinois, weighing in at 218 pounds, CM Punk!
This is what Eddie knew he was walking into tonight. The loudest, most passionate ovation you may hear all year.
Yeah, Cole, but Eddie also knows you don't wrestle a crowd. Punk may be feeling invincible right now, but once that bell rings, it's just him and Eddie.
And when you face Eddie Guerrero, things get very real very fast.
This is an emotional matchup for CM Punk, and you better believe Eddie knows that already. Latino Heat!
From El Paso, Texas, weighing in at 228 pounds, Eddie Guerrero!
Just look at that smirk on Eddie's face. He's eating this up, not being intimidated by all the noise, not being intimidated by Punk.
Eddie can match Punk with his technical ability, he can match him with his mental game, and he can match him on pure fighting spirit. And once upon a time, when they met in the ring before WWE, Eddie had the experience. You have to wonder if Eddie can exploit that and make Punk once again feel like a rookie.
You have to think that Eddie would love nothing more than to take the win from Punk here in front of his home crowd.
Yeah, Cole, but whenever...
CM Punk squaring off against Eddie Guerrero. And just listen to this crowd here in Chicago.
They are feeling the heat indeed. The ring psychology we're about to witness from these two is something that will be studied for years.
Two men who met decades ago before either one reached their heights, but now Punk and Eddie are so evenly matched. This already might be a match of the year candidate.
CM Punk and Eddie Guerrero had a few matches with one another in 2002, which was less than 5 years removed from Punk's in-ring debut, only 3 years from when he decided to pursue professional wrestling full-time.
Even that early in his career, CM Punk was known as an indie darling, a pro wrestling wunderkid. But Punk has said that being in the ring with Eddie back then made him realize that he had a lot left to learn. It would be 4 years after their initial encounters that Punk would finally make his way to WWE.
True to his in-ring form, it shows Punk's a diligent planner when it comes to in-ring competition. He could have rushed his way into WWE and challenged Eddie again, but who knows how Punk would have performed with less time learning his craft. Now, he's the best in the world, and he's ready to show Latino Heat everything he's got.
This is going to be a slow, methodical match as much as it'll be a psychological one. Right now, I really can't tell who's got the advantage.
Punk and Eddie are so technically matched, I really think this one's going to come down to opportunities. Not only who can create them, but ultimately who can capitalize the fastest when those opportunities arise.
All right, he's got to refocus up now.
Methodically targeting the arm.
CM Punk, Eddie Guerrero, two of the best to ever do it in that ring. They've crossed paths before Punk joined WWE.
Indeed, Cole. These two men engaged in multiple battles on the independent circuit during Eddie's brief time away from WWE when Punk was still an in-ring rookie. Punk's raw skills at that point sharpened Eddie enough for Eddie to return to WWE and become a world champion.
Perched up top, a diving knee drop. And CM Punk is leaving no breathing room. Here.
Punk proving he's seen this movie before, and Eddie can't find an opening here.
From above!
From way up. Oh, the reversal by Eddie Guerrero.
Proof these superstars have done their homework. Counter after counter. Neither superstar getting the clear advantage.
Boom! Slam down hard. You know, so often when we have these dream matches, there's some sort of stipulation involved. But for Eddie and Punk, tonight's a pure wrestling match.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. Yes, both men are known to lie, cheat, and steal, but there's an art form to doing so within the limits of the rulebook. Plus, even though both men have lived in the land of extreme, I have a feeling both men will fight with honor tonight.
Oh my gosh, what impact!
Going straight to the top turnbuckle.
Wants to finish this!
From the top, double axe handle connects. And another climb. He's making a statement here.
From above!
Taking flight. Cross body from the top.
Attempting high-risk move after high-risk move at a breakneck pace.
Throwing hands with such tremendous force.
Oh, what a clothesline.
Slowly rising, but he won't like what he's met with.
Check out the springboard.
Oh, like a projectile, right. It's on target. Focused on weakening that arm.
CM Punk has an in-ring IQ that's second to none. But I wonder if even he can plan for a man who immortalized the phrase, lie, cheat, and steal.
Corey, let's not discount that Punk has shown he can be underhanded as well. But something we know about Eddie is that he knows when to dig even deeper into his bag of tricks when facing a more seasoned opponent. I think we'll see some antics from Eddie tonight that even Punk has never seen. Ooh!
And Punk gets countered there.
And down for the count.
Kicking out before the count.
It might be stubbornness or it might be lunacy, but he is refusing to stay down here.
I know CM Punk, and the man was always confident that he'd reach the mountaintop in WWE. But starting his career, guys his size weren't considered main event talent.
Seeing a guy like Eddie Guerrero, who once competed as a cruiserweight, take on and topple giants of this
Look at the height. Knees up. Knees were up. All the breath taken out of their body with that counter.
Oh, man, that's just not right. Boom. CM Punk rallying the crowd behind him.
And he exits the ring.
Better watch the count.
And Punk making his way back to the ring. Oh, look at this. Float over neck breaker.
Picture perfect.
Outside of WWE, Punk and Eddie have had a handful of matches. But when it comes to singles bouts, the record between these men is tied at 1 win apiece, with a time limit draw as well.
You cannot ask for a more even rivalry than that, Michael Cole. Each man is going to pull out all of the stops to earn that final, decisive victory.
Backdrop suplex. Top rope for Eddie.
From way up.
Nobody home. What an impact.
Hooked up. DDT.
And able to evade the offense.
And a suplex. Not a good spot to be in.
Well-placed elbow, looking to escape. Oh.
Northern Lights. Nasty stomp of the arm.
To the arm.
And he manages to escape just in the nick of time.
Big impact off the neck breaker.
CM Punk looking to show off his power game now. And backbreaker.
A steady stream of moves taking out Eddie.
Punk is not taking his...
Look at the height. Frog splash.
CM Punk turning his attention to the WWE Universe now.
Head on CM Punk. Hold it over versus it. No idea what he's planning here.
Yeah, I don't think it's anything good, Cole.
Overwhelming offense now from Punk.
Eddie needs to start reacting quicker.
Guerrero might be waking up.
This could be a good chance for Guerrero to get some distance and rethink things.
Down with a suplex.
Punk now with a quick duck under and a Uranagi converts it into the Anaconda Vice.
And he just decides to end the hold.
Wonder what he's thinking here.
And Punk is looking to the crowd for some support.
Working on the arm. And the momentum is shifting away from Eddie.
Punk is proving hard to deal with.
Two men giving everything they have, their legacies, their pride, all on the line tonight.
Yeah, and neither Eddie or Punk look like they're willing to concede victory yet. A scramble in the corner now. CM Punk climbing the ropes. Cooking up something, looking for something big here to put this one away. Oh my! The plunge connects. Is it enough for Punk? Looking to put this one away.
2. Punk did it here in Chicago.
Here is your winner, Punk!
This has to mean so much more for Punk than just a win. Defeating your idol is something few people ever get to experience.
Let alone in front of your hometown, on your native soil.
You can just tell Punk is being overwhelmed with emotion right now.